Hello students, welcome back to the new session of our science revision, standard 8, chapter 6, combustion and flame. So previous lesson I had already explained about the coal and petroleum. I hope everybody had seen and everybody had listened also the videos. I hope you followed the lesson properly. So today we will start with the new chapter, that is combustion and flame. Already you had studied one time, so second time we are doing a revision, because those who are not seen the video properly or those who are not followed properly, for them it will be easy now. So first we are going to study about what is combustion, and you might be very familiar with this word combustion. So in your day-to-day life, you might have seen some of the things which are using for burning purposes. So combustion means simply meaning is burning. So those substances which we can burn in the presence of oxygen or air, they are called combustible substances. So which substances you are familiar with that which can burn properly or which used as a fuel for burning purposes from our surroundings or from our day-to-day life? We can say cow dung, then wood, coal, charcoal, petrol, diesel, compressed natural gas, that is CNG, LPG, etc. So now the question arising, what is the difference between the burning of a candle and the burning of a fuel like coal? So you had seen that candle flame. So candle burns with a flame, whereas coal does not produce a flame. Similarly, we can say some other materials burning without a flame. Example, we can say charcoal or coal. All these without a flame, it will burn. Now you will study about the chemical process of burning and types of flame produced during this process. So this is about the introduction of the lesson. So in this lesson you will study the details like what is combustion, then how do we control the fire, then what are the types of combustion and flame, about the structure of the flame, then what is a fuel and what is meant by fuel efficiency. So one by one we can study now. So first thing is, what is meant by combustion? Look at on the screen, there will be a magnesium ribbon is burning very brightly. A bright white light is producing. This you had already studied in the 7th standard lesson. When a magnesium ribbon is burning in the presence of oxygen, that is in the presence of air, it will burn very brightly, producing magnesium oxide. That magnesium oxide we will dissolve, white ashes will produce, that we will put it in water and mix it, then magnesium hydroxide will get. So this you had already studied in 7th standard. So here in this lesson we are talking about the combustion. So magnesium ribbon is a combustible substance. Same way we can do the activity of with a piece of charcoal also. Hold a piece of charcoal with a pair of tongues and bring it near the flame of a candle or a Bunsen burner, that is in laboratory using the burner. Then what we can see, we find that charcoal burns in air. We know that coal also burns in air, producing carbon dioxide, heat and also light. So what Now we will study about combustion. So you got an idea about combustion. What is meant by combustion? So combustion means a chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to give off heat is called combustion. So what is combustion? Combustion is a chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen. For example, we can say magnesium wire itself. Magnesium ribbon burns in air. In air contains oxygen. So magnesium wire burns in air, producing light also, heat also. So that process is called combustion. So a chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to give off heat is called combustion. The substance which undergoes combustion is said to be combustible substance. It is also called as a fuel. So those substances which can burn very easily, producing heat as well as sometimes light, that substances are called combustible substances. So combustible substances are also called fuels. The fuels may be solid, liquid or gas. Sometimes light is also given off during combustion, either as a flame or as a glow. For example, if we will take a candle with a flame, it will burn. So light is also producing in the form of a flame. If we will take a coal or a charcoal will burn, you can see a glow will be producing. So when a fuel is burning or a combustible substance burns, sometimes light is also given off during combustion, either as a flame or as a glow. In the reactions mentioned above, magnesium and charcoal are combustible substances. Just now I told magnesium ribbon, you can see on the screen very clearly. So this is about the combustion and what is meant by combustible substance. What are the types of combustible substance? Combustible substance or fuels may be of solid, liquid or gaseous substance. Now there will be one activity given. You can see already this all we had done clearly in the previous videos, but second time we are doing, so please listen and try to understand. Collect some materials like straw, matchbox, matchsticks, kerosene oil, paper, iron nails, stone pieces, glass, etc. Then what you have to do? You have to sort out whether these are combustible or not combustible, but directly you don't do. With the help of your parents or your elders or your teachers only, you can do this experiment, because it is some of them are combustible. When we are taking fire in our hand, so we have to be very careful. So under the supervision of your teacher or your elders at present, you can try this experiment. If combustion takes place, mark the material combustible, otherwise mark it as non-combustible. So here column given. For the time being, I will say which are combustible and which are not combustible. So here materials are given: wood, paper, iron nails, kerosene oil, stone piece, straw, charcoal, matchsticks, glass, etc. So from this, which are combustible? Wood. Wood we are using for cooking purposes, burning purposes, etc. So it is a combustible substance. Paper. Very easily paper burns. So it is also a combustible. Iron nail, it is a metal. So it is not combustible. So non-combustible column, you have to tick mark that. Kerosene oil. Kerosene is used as a fuel. Last class you had studied. It is a fossil fuel only, product of mineral oil. So it is combustible. Then stone piece, it is non-combustible. It will not catch fire. Straw, it is a man-made material made up of paper. So it is also a combustible substance. Charcoal, it is a fossil fuel. So it is also a combustible substance. Matchstick made of wood, so it is combustible, and glass, which is non-combustible substance. So from this, which are non-combustible, iron nails, stone pieces, and glass are non-combustible. Remaining all substances are combustible substances. So same way, you can also find out some more examples from your day-to-day life which are combustible substances. Now here one experiment is given. Investigate conditions under which combustion takes place. For combustion, which conditions are necessary for the combustion of a substance. So look at it on the screen carefully. It is an experiment. So here first I will tell which materials we want to take it and how the experiment will conduct it. First of all, we can see here from the figure you can say what materials we needed. We want candles, matchbox, wooden blocks, glass light, glass chimney, etc. So what we will do now? First you can see how it is done. Fix a candle on a table and put a glass chimney over it. First a experiment you see, it is kept over the candle, there will be a glass chimney kept. Rest the candle on a few wooden blocks such that the air can enter the chimney. So the base of the candle we will keep on wooden, rest the candle on a few wooden blocks such that the air enter the chimney. So from the bottom also the air enters into it, and observe the flame of the candle. So upper part is also open, down also there will be air passage is there as the candle is resting on wooden plank. Now what you can see, after that I will explain. Now second part, B part you see. Remove the wooden plank, wooden block and rest the chimney on the table. So next part is slowly remove the wooden plank. So what happened? That chimney will touch on the wooden table. So there will be no gap will be there, so air cannot enter through down. Observe the flame of the candle again. So you can see on the picture what happened to that candle flame. Now third part, C. Put a glass plate over the chimney and observe the flame. So third experiment, open part of the chimney you cover with a glass slide. Then observe what you can see it. Now observation one by one I will say. First one, the candle burns freely. So first diagram again observe it. Here the flame burns very freely as air gets from down because the chimney is not touching on the table. So there will be gap will be there, so air can enter through down. Second experiment or second diagram, you can see that the flame of the candle flickers and produces smoke. So second one, it will be very slowly it start burning and smoke started coming. Flickers, the candle flickers will be the flame of the candle flickers and the produces smoke. So slightly it is burning, but there will be smoke will be coming out. And third one, you see that the flame of the candle is put off because it is totally covered with that glass light. So there will be no air passage. So without air, the candle cannot burn. So it is completely put off. So from this experiment, what conclusion we can say? First one, air can enter chimney from the below and candle burns freely. Second experiment, when air does not enter the chimney from below, the flame of the candle flickers and produces smoke. Third experiment, when the air is not available, the flame of the candle is put off. So, from these three part of the experiment, what you can prove that, or what you can conclude that air is necessary for the process of combustion to take place. So, from this experiment, we can conclude that air is necessary for the process of combustion to take place. So, a very simple way you can try at home also. Take a candle, keep it in a saucer, and look at that candle flame. When it will burn with a matchstick, you can see the flame will be very brightly burning. And then slowly try to cover the flame with a glass. So you can see the flame will be flickers. As soon as you will completely cover the flame or the candle with a glass, within second the flame will put off. So why it happens? How much oxygen or air was inside that empty glass, that is utilized. So the little smoke is also coming and it flickers. Then as soon as that air is completed, then no more air to enter into it. So it will put off. So this same experiment we can do like that also in lower classes you had studied. So students, I hope today you had studied some part of the lesson, that is what is combustion, which conditions are necessary for combustion, what are combustible substance, how many types of combustible substances are there, which combustible substances are using in our daily life, etc. So along with that, today I am going to wind up my class. Remaining we will do in the next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.